What's good, everybody? Episode 44,
Yes,
the Rehabilitation
sir.
podcast. Yet another week, new pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's been an interesting week, hey?
Dog.
A very interesting week. Personally and externally. What's going on in the country with the music culture, with the South African music game. You know, it's like it's like a whole generation of SA hip hop is like dying, bro. And it's like I don't know what's going on. It's like every single
Bro.
week there's
It's
someone in
crazy,
SA
dog.
hip hop that's just like going, bro.
But Vela was like a week after, like
yeah, it was literally a week. It's actually in 3 months, 5 deaths. As far as
Of
just like
people in the entertainment.
like public figures, you know. There's a lot of people which died, but like public figures. It was like
Mm.
Cooley, it was Patrick Shire, it was Ricky, it was DJ Dimples, it was City Lights, you know. And now recently, the most recent one's DJ Dimples. And they say he fell at a gig, you know.
He fell.
Just fell down at a gig.
Yeah, dog, what happened there? Because I saw someone tweet that they were at the gig.
He just fell
Someone
and never
was
woke
saying
up.
he was crying. I honestly, I don't know.
He was
bro.
crying. Hey, dog.
This is just, people talking, dog.
I know it's crazy because like right now you're kicking, you're breathing, you're moving. The next minute you're a tweet, you know.
Mm.
And like what I'm seeing is like the biggest homecoming for a lot of people, like homecoming as as an artist, the biggest homecoming event is like your funeral day. That's the only time you hear like, oh, this person was from this place, this
Yeah.
person was from Katlehong, from Soweto. Like when you're
Yeah.
gigging and you're everywhere, like you're everywhere, but you know, and yeah,
That's
people
crazy, dog.
people are just dying. And it's crazy. You know?
Dog. Do you think it's something like a long time coming type vibe, or do you think that it's just something new that's happening in the game now?
Like people dying.
Yeah, like this, because
I mean,
it
there's a
looks
lot of
mysterious because it's 1 week, 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks.
I mean, I feel like people die every day, and it just happens to be people that everyone knows now.
Mm.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's like there's a whole, like, there's something to make out of it. Like, as far as like, I don't know. Like, you know, we always, as people, look for what to blame, who to blame, how did it happen, what's the reasons for people dying weekly. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't see it connecting with Ricky's death.
Sure. No,
Or
I hear
like,
that. I hear that.
you know, like the other thing is, okay, people falling down and dying is one thing. You can't predict that. Maybe they knew they were sick or they had a condition or, you know, some sort of thing that would make them ultimately pass on. But you see, suicide is another conversation, you know.
Yeah,
You
it's
see,
different.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's crazy. Like DJ Dipples built a hella dope brand. I wasn't fortunate enough to go to any of the pop bottles parties, but like people from that specific generation of like that were partying in the north and or like around Joburg at that specific time. They're like, guy, this is the party to be at. This was the foundation of the whole pop bottles and pop whatever. And he later turned that into Popcast and everything. Popcast was actually his brand. People don't know that. Like,
Yeah, but I don't
he
know.
had
Like,
our-
I don't know how people can watch these things and not like tough,
and not realize such
Yeah.
things. Ne?
because sometimes they'll mention it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Dimples, I remember I was interviewing Scoop, and then you were there. And then he answered the phone. He's like, Dimples, and I could tell that this is the type of work conversation, you know.
Yeah,
It's like probably regarding the podcast. Like, how you giving those boys an interview when I said when you should be
you're
doing
giving them the scoop.
you're giving them the inside scoop. And look at what
The
that
scoop.
scoop did,
The scoop.
dog. Yeah.
Now, Fede, I only met him once. Like, proper met him. He was doing I think like a activation of pop bottles at Moja Cafe when Moja was still, you know what I'm saying?
So
Isn't
Oh,
Moja still
Shit.
popping, bro?
Conquer took
Nah,
over.
Konka Moshad.
Oh, yeah. It's
So
cool.
yeah, I vied with Seru, one of these rappers that I work with, and I was DJing for him. when we get there, we were going against Touchline, DB, other hot niggas. I faded Touchline Vibe first. They did not shake everything, dog. Because he shot that pro.
That pro,
yeah.
No.
Ngapa went so
Procedure.
he's
It's called procedure.
for real.
Procedure.
Yeah.
Play on words, pro.
Shot it. When we got in there, we say USB. Yes. Nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
The set that we're meant to perform is not there.
Wasn't it not working? Because sometimes the decks do that. When you put your USB, it just shows that it doesn't read.
This time it was the folder.
Saying empty.
Not the USB was reading, but just that folder. Next, nothing. So it was kind of a fuck up, but we still rocked because we had the other
you
tracks.
Can't rock after that. Somebody sabotaged you or someone didn't do that job.
Dog, me, I don't know what happened that day, hey? But I mean, I took the L because I was the one who was meant to make sure it was, 100.
So it was not like didn't check up.
No, you know me, dog. I make sure, dog. I try by all means, young Talaguti. Everything goes grand. But it didn't do. But luckily, the other folders were working with these other songs.
Okay.
So we just had to improvise.
So you've never had an experience of pop bottles?
Nah, that was the best. And
that was
the
the closest
rider
experience, ne?
Yeah, that was the closest. And it was dope, dog. You and the honeys were driving on the tafula. Dog, there was a there was a hand that was driving with me, like in sync. Have you seen that one? But she's on the other side of the
eye to eye and everything.
Everything, body movement. Yeah, it was lit.
I was waiting for the meeting point, the halfway line.
But I had to leave, dog. I was so pissed, dog.
Yeah, no, sometimes you gotta let them go, dog. You can't catch all of them.
Just to come to this news cafe there by Rosebank.
That one is for 40-year-olds and 30-year-olds.
That's what happened that day. But R.I.P. to the whole.
Wasn't
that nigga was big.
Wasn't Dimples part of the generation of hip hop DJs that kind of got the artists to do songs that they were featured on, and then it was the DJ songs. Because obviously that managed to be a whole phenomenon. It was like MVP. It was who was in MVP? Milkshake, VG, and who?
Fuck. Wow.
Who's the P, dog? Wasn't it Dimples? I forgot who's the P, but yeah, that was like, I remember in high school those years where they used to get Abo Casper and all these guys to sort of that Anati phase.
Yeah.
No, remember that Anati phase? That's such an instrumental part of the culture, bro. Like the memories from that time, they still live on.
And that was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it birthed a lot of things, Like I say, Pop Bottles birthed things like Major League Gardens because it feels like it was just a replica,
But I think that's what we do, né? And that's why I think it's so important for niggas to like try to start their own thing. Because once you start something new, there's gonna be, what did you say, Major League Gardens, and then there's gonna be Casper with Fill Up, and then there's gonna be Cotton. You know what I'm saying?
But like you see, the nice part, they happen in a space of like years,
Yeah.
So you have your years doing it.
Yeah, to shine and
you have
do
your
it.
years to stand the test of time.
Yeah.
To have a foundation. So like with events, dog, if you guys are in the same industry, it only makes the next few people and the next event you do easier because they know there's like 10 lucrative events in the year. Imagine there was one. Now all sponsors must think, is this going to be worth something?
Yeah.
Is it worth putting our budget on it? But if there's 10 events, different people, then it makes it easier for sponsors to say, hey, you guys, Jägermeister, take those ones. We'll take these ones. If they didn't take you by now, we'll take you. It's like it's a fight. Actually, the brands are fighting to be a part. Not the other way around. We are fighting for a check.
Yeah, when I remember Pop Bottles, I think of the Vuzu era too, because you used to see them on like the entertainment being like, yo guys, we are Pop Bottles, and here's DJ Speedster here, Speedster, can you tell us how did you come to Pop Bottles, what's popping, whatever. And it's like that sort of, the Vuzu era was so important, bro. If you think of all of the reality TV shows, you used to see Dimples a lot in all the reality TV shows. Like you used to see him on what's this show with Abu Scoop and Thomas and whatever, Forever Young. He used to travel actually with them, dog. And like these guys go way back. He used to go to like the US and Jamaica as a crew with the rest of them. So these guys are like homies from back in the day, bro.
Yeah,
And
no.
then I don't know.
Is he
He's
from
probably a North
Katlehong?
kid. Skatlehong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's from
R.I.P.
Katlehong.
Dimples, man. That
Oh.
was. I'm at this point. I'm just like, okay, guys, this is gonna happen every week now. Am I gonna wake up on Monday like it's someone new? You know, just take care of yourselves, guys.
Yeah, dog.
On that note, like, yeah, let's get into this Zola conversation because it seems like everyone is getting that piece of clout from him,
Can
you
you
know.
guys fill me in on what happened with Zola? I'm kind of like,
So
I kind of have a.
there's people being concerned with like his state and everything, like financially, his health, you know. And people have been visiting him, taking videos, pictures, you know, a couple of people talking to him. But it all seems like just like cloud chasing, you know. Most recently, it was Mamkhize and Andile Mpisane.
Pisane, yeah.
Yeah, taking like videos and pictures with him, taking him on a ride on a Bentley and all those kind of stuff on videos, and you know, it's getting numbers. And my concern is, guys, you think Zola doesn't know those things, dog? Like
That's
he's
what I
been
wanted
having
to.
those things. He's been having money from his youth.
That's what I'm saying, Gucci. Like, do people like everyone's saying, yeah, it's for clout and whatnot, but he's the one who's linking up
No,
with
but
them.
no, those guys, Abo Mamkhize and Andile,
Yeah,
they don't think that Zola lived that life in his youth when he was one of the biggest stars.
yeah.
This guy has pictures with
He was a
P. Diddy.
superstar. Yeah,
He's going on getting awards. Tsotsi. He's been on
international shit.
TV.
Yeah,
You know, like I feel like everyone is coming into his life to just take a picture and leave. You
But
know,
why is he allowing it though?
I don't, because he's desperate. Maybe he's desperate. He's not in a position to say no. He doesn't know what that comes with. Maybe it comes with a show. Maybe after all this clout, the show will come out. You know,
So
but at the end of the day, you know, in his position, he has a lot to think about. You know, his health. You know, so it's like, will the show actually help?
mm.
So I just want to know, like, what did he do? Did he post something that initially started the whole conversation? Like, how did it start? Like, guys, maybe something is wrong with Zola. How did that start?
I didn't find it from the inception, like where it started, but like I did see people post on Twitter, like, check up on Zola, guys.
I
You know,
think it was
a picture of
a
him.
video.
It was a video, because
Yeah, he was
with
talking to
by
someone.
Tumi
Yeah, I think so. And then
Soul. There's
and
a
then
tweet
people
that
started calling over to yo, man.
he doesn't look
Oh
right.
yeah, he doesn't look okay and what. But I think he did mention his situation, you know.
But like the people who only come to not even to your aid, they'll come and take a picture with you now. Like, trust
So
me,
you don't think that they're helping him in other areas more than just a picture?
if you really want to help him in other areas, do you really need a picture and a video to show? When he's in that state,
Mm.
like if you wanted to help him, you would have helped him and show him. Like, if you really want people to clap hands for you, you would have taken him from what people have seen him and transform him, make him a better person in his field, wherever he can, give him opportunities, help him out, and then show what the end result, the product. Instead, everyone which is going there is just going for that time. It's like everyone is just waiting to hear RIP right now. Everyone's just waiting to hear that, okay, he's gone. You know, that's all they're waiting for. And then guess what? Guess what
They're
they'll
gonna
do?
post those same
Recycle these
pictures.
pictures. You know?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yes.
it's crazy.
So that death like scent is kind of in the air right now. Every time we
Yeah,
see a
dog. I
person that
mean,
looks like they need help, everybody's gonna get concerned and be like, guys, what's actually going on here? I feel like we're at an era of people where like they care right after a big death. You know, it's like it's still a month into the whole Ricky thing, so everybody's still caring. Is like, you know, is this guy gonna be fine, guys? Is he okay? But I also feel like what the Ricky death did was like it's kind of making people kind of say, actually, do I want to be around, bro? Like, do I want to be around? Like, why can't I just claim out the whole situation too, you know? And which is what I was scared of, dog. I kind of thought that might be the case. You know, people might want to come out and be like, is it really worth living? I can just kind of go out and run away from all the issues of the world. And, you know, like, it's crazy, bro. It's a crazy moment in time. There's like war going on all over the world. It's crazy. You know, sometimes we don't actually like take a step back to think like, guys, what actually is happening in the country and in the world? Like we just
It's
wake up
newing,
every
no?
day. Dog, it's going down, bro. It's absolutely
I'm
crazy
saying
times.
with the whole streaming phase, dog. It's one thing to, because Ricky, you could see, he never wanted to get to that position where he's a Zola, where he
He said
falls
it. I don't
off.
want to be a MAE at 43.
You see, he doesn't want to fall off.
Mm.
He never wanted to fall off. He never wanted people to look at him out of pity. He never wanted to be in a position whereby all this art, like like where everyone just looks at you like you are somebody. You know, now you're not.
Now
anybody.
you are nobody.
You know what I've seen, like artists, and it's hard. And this is me being around them.
Yeah.
These guys need to go to therapy, bruh. For dog, imagine from your 17-year-old, you're 17 years old till you're 40 or 50 or even 30 sometimes. You're famous to the point of everyone's carrying you like an egg. Everyone is bumming you like soft. All the girls want you. All the pictures they're taking of you.
But it comes in waves, though.
Yeah, but like imagine all that is happening to you. That's all you know, dog. Imagine how long your brain has been conditioned to live like that. And then all of a sudden, nothing. They can't accept it. A lot of them. They can't.
Dog.
They can't accept it. They can't take it. They can't
even just changing, like downgrading. You know
downgrading cars and getting smaller houses.
It's like my neighbors know I don't have 2 cars. Now I have 1.
They'd rather ride it out till the wheels fall off.
They'd rather ride it out until the bank comes and takes it. You get what I mean?
But I feel like it's time we do have a conversation around just sort of like falling off and like outgrowing the entertainment industry once you've had your time in it. Because most people have like a 5-year span. If you get to 5 years, you did really well. Some people have 6 months, a year, 2 years,
sure.
You know. If you get to 10 years, you're an OG, you are like a straight up legend, you know what I mean? So it's like, how do people process just like falling off, bro?
That's why they need to go to psychology, dog.
Yeah,
like their mind is not, they can't, it's like saying, dog, you've been living in Alex for 10, 20, 30 years. All of a sudden you're in LA. Like, dog, it's like you've been dropped dead straight in the middle of LA with nothing. Like, what are you gonna do? Like with no money, no nothing. You're going to be confused. Like, you're going to like try to live. Have you seen artists still living their life as if they were dog? Is it Speedy? He still walks around with a towel and a chain. Like, you know, and not to be funny, but like, dog, in his head right now, dog, he's 1 song away from being the guy he used to be. All of these artists.
That's how a lot of them feel. They're like, if I just get 1 smash hit, you know, if I feature on the right song, then my whole career might be back on.
You see, that's why they get to a point whereby a guy is 40, 50, dressing like a 23-year-old, acting like that, because that's what's in, you know? They get to a point where they lose that
where they're
integrity.
them Landos.
Dog, when they're even losing that dignity at that point, where they're doing anything just to get back to where they were, because they don't understand how it all fell apart, you know? And that's a conversation that, you see, people like Zola, I feel like, can have. Because remember after he did that thing with Saudi, he had a whole conversation with Saudi. I feel like that guy can literally do that. Help artists, because it's like you become addicted to all these things. Fame, attention, money. When you lose it, the side effects, the withdrawals that you're going to be getting.
Fame in South Africa is just so fickle though, bro. It's just, there's no way
South Africa's
to it.
fickle.
South Africans are so fickle. They can turn on you any moment, bro.
That's how the entertainment
any
works
moment will turn on you right now. If we feel like we've had enough of you, you know, we can flip this whole thing and change your whole life. You know, I've noticed people feel very entitled to like entertainers' lives, like the fans. You know what I mean? They sort of feel like, guy, we kind of made you who you are. They don't give credit to the work that they did. They're like, you know, we can take it all away right now. If you just say one wrong thing, which is why it's like, yo, bro, you just gotta be yourself from day one, dog. So when you're wilding out in the future, they know, it's been like this, man, this guy. If you wanna play fake humble, they're gonna be like, okay, so you are humble, now you're becoming cocky, now you're becoming an asshole, you know what I mean?
But then if you look at like Genius, Kanye's been Kanye from day one. Yeah. Why are they only giving him shit now?
Who's giving him shit?
Like the media industry, like the press and everything. As you said,
For me, Kanye still Kanye.
They've been jigging on him.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Is that Kanye's been Kanye.
Kanye's been Kanye from day one, dog.
But then if you have that cult following, the fan base.
It's all about money. If I'm putting money into your career, I'm gonna make you look the best. But when I'm done with you, I'm done with you. You get what I mean?
Sure.
So the entertainment industry, there's a point whereby you're in everyone's good books because you're in people with power and influence good books. And then when they're done with you and they don't want to be they're not feeling you anymore.
Yeah, but when they spit you out, it's so painful though, bro.
And that's what
when everybody just spits you out and we're just tired of you.
Look at what happened to Zola. I feel like
and most people are gonna go towards the suicide route, dog. When eventually time comes for them to get spit out by the game, it's gonna be like, okay, then why do I still have to be here and be forced to get up? You know that, like, as a man, bro, as a man over the age of like 18, living is expensive. Just living, just surviving. You know what I mean? You don't even have to be like big balling, just like survive. Especially in Joburg, like you still have to be making a certain amount of money just to survive. So people are just gonna get to a point where they're like, do I still have to do this? You know, do I still have to be around? But it's so sad though, bro.
But look at Junior Kanye, dog. He could have easily taken that route.
And people don't talk about like those, you know,
the mentally strong ones.
Yeah, well,
he could have easily taken that route, dog. This guy was like at the top, and he fell off in his youth days, dog.
Yeah, and he hasn't. It might not be mentally strong. It might just be that he has support, or he had the right people around him, or
dog,
you know what I'm saying.
In the hood, dog, they be saying other things about him when he walks around, dog.
Exactly. Like I'm sure even now, that's another thing. If you can go and speak to him, they'll tell you, dog, niggas will talk. They'll talk when you're on top. Niggas will talk when you ain't doing shit. Or niggas want to talk when you haven't done shit. When you've done shit. You know what I'm saying? So rather just do you, dog. You know what I'm saying? And work on your bettering yourself.
You can
dog.
sleep at night knowing with the decisions you made. And you can sleep and say, okay, I'm cool with that. Then it's fine.
Sure.
You know?
But doesn't this kind of like make you want to think long term and just be like, damn, bro, like 10 years, 20 years type shit, 30
dog,
years.
No one thinks long term until they start feeling it's wearing out. All these artists, dog. Let's be honest.
I mean, we have to be smart about it though. Like the kids that are making money now, like through all the Amapiano, like all these guys, you know, traveling the world,
have they
doing
brought?
all this stuff. It's like, are they just like sort of thinking when I get to that stage in like the Ricky age, 35, when I've been popping since I was 21.
They all going to do events, bro. That's all they're gonna do. Events, put on other people, do compilation tapes, bring upcoming artists, you know. That's all they're gonna do. Like they never just think beyond the fact that it's going to end one day. And when people tell them it's gonna end one day, they don't wanna hear it out.
Dog, of course, you young.
Of course. Dog, when you're young and popping, nobody can tell you, dog.
Dog,
there's
you don't want to
there's
hear
not a
anything,
single soul
dog.
that can be like,
you know
please stop going to the club and spending 50
But life
racks.
will show you.
Yeah, until life shows you. Until life
will
shows
show
you.
you.
And honestly, as a young person, that's what you want. You want to see it for yourself.
Dog, I want life to show
you know what I'm
me,
saying?
Dog, you know what I mean?
I think that's why we fight a lot. We wanna burn for ourselves.
Exactly. I wanna feel it myself, how it is.
Feel it myself.
You know, while you're still young, people wait until they're like 30 to start making mistakes.
Exactly.
And you're like, too late for you, my nigga.
But here's the thing. That's what Kawa tells you. That's when you get burned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dog.
But
yeah.
again, you signed up for this. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So,
my thing is, okay, dog, you're an artist, a young artist. You've been seeing what has been happening. So you tell me you're only gonna start a business at 30? Most you want life to show you. You wanna be broke.
That's how it goes normally, dog. You know
that's
what I'm saying?
That's the problem. That's when you see, that's the thing. For me, I see how life has treated others in the field that I've been in, and I understand, okay, how can I surpass what they did?
Yeah.
It's all about surpassing. So you can't come here and do the same thing that somebody before you did. You need to do better.
Yeah, you need, if you're gonna do it, you have to do it better.
If you're not going, then rather don't do it, because they're not gonna remember your name if you're just doing it just in J. You know.
For me, another thing is just like, I feel like us as kids, bro, even people like, I'm a 98, right? People born from like 2005, you know, going upwards or downwards, whatever the case may be. It's like we sort of don't have patience instilled in us, bro, you know? We are in a rush for everything, and we want it now, and we don't understand that if you are patient enough, once all of the success and whatever that comes with it gets to you, it's gonna feel earned. You know what I mean? You won't just waste it. You're gonna be way smarter. Dog, there's no way as a person, you are just fully functioning at like 20 and you're making 100,000 G's a weekend, dog. You know what I mean? People just are so in a rush for all this money. They don't realize the consequences that it's going to come at a later stage. It's like, if you were just patient, if you just made moves for the long term, if you just didn't rush to take that 100K, just build something with a good foundation. Just like people want to see everything too soon, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's going to hurt us so bad because by the time we do get to the ages of like the OGs and everything, it's gonna be like now it's too late, bro.
Yeah, now the industry is spitting you out. Like,
Now
no
it's
one
way
wants to
too
listen
late.
to you. No one wants to listen to you.
And I think this is very important for people to sort of like diversify. Like we're at an era where you have to do everything and anything, bro.
Yeah, no, you can't do the same
It's
thing.
like you can't just be stuck to one specific lane and sort of hope on that being the only thing that comes out of your life, It's crazy, dog. It's literally crazy.
Yeah, no, this world is crazy right now. Even Zingah is dropping as an artist. He quit. Wasn't he wearing wasn't he wearing a 50 Cent vest like a couple of months ago, signing a deal with Sony? And now he's saying he's done with the music industry.
He dropped an album. Yeah, the album was kind of whack.
I mean, I would say it was better than like what he's dropped in a while.
Zingah has always been just like a chama boy, just like for the mommy games. I don't think I've never really like been a huge fan of his music.
Yeah, and I won't lie to you. I've never like listened to him like that. Like here, when you hear people, oh man, dog smashes, dog, compared to Zingah smashes. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, both of them, dog. Like, I won't lie to you. I never give it like time of day. Like, like
Both of them.
yeah, like even like with his what's his thing going? What?
But don't
Zala,
you think that's
Zala
why?
is his best song.
Don't you think that's why?
Dog. Sorry, but this guy should have done a lot of people. You should everyone which noticed that they're not so dope, like than everyone else in the music industry. They're not as dope. Look at everyone. What's this guy which created Taylor Gang? Taylor Gang.
Actually
T.I.
dope though.
T.I. What? Chameleon. He calls himself Chameleon. Chameleon. Look at him. Even people which are dope, 50 Cent. Look at him. Look at all those people. Even what I'm trying to. Wiz Khalifa.
What are you trying to say?
All of those people realized, okay, I'm not making the money that I want, and I'm competing with people, and they're not giving me the same time of day.
So what did they do?
They went to find other things to do.
Which is what I was saying, diversifying.
Of course, you have to, dog. If you sing with your peers, you're not making the money that they're making, and they're always coming third best or 10th best or not even included in the top 10 for years, and you're dope. Dog, dog, put your pride, ego aside and just do something else, dog. Even if everyone says you never made it as a rapper, dog, you're still gonna be rich.
They're gonna go back to, I love making music. It's my passion. I've been doing it since I was 8 years old.
Dog, make music because you wanna make music, not to sell because you're broke.
But you see all those conversations that we've been having of people falling off and stuff, ne? Doesn't that just make you respect the people that manage to stay on a bit more? Like, damn, Mosquito, you've been doing this shit for 20 years, man, nigga. Like, it doesn't that sort of just say to you that, like, damn, there's real zinjas out here, mfana. There's people that just know how to keep it going somehow. They don't care about the critics. They don't care about the media. They don't care about what the family's whispering in their ear. They just like focused on their mission. They keep finding new ways to innovate themselves. They just keep thinking forward, dog. Yeah, Zingah is finished, dog. Like, look, think about it, dog.
Dog,
people are coming out like, guys.
Dog, Zingah can come out as an actor. Zingah can come out as a whatever, A$AP Rocky model. Zingah can come out as something, dog. He's not done, dog. Maybe for his music career, they don't appreciate him like the way he wants to be appreciated. Or hip-hop is not making money. or whatever. Like, also you must put that into fact. He wants to probably do hip hop and like it's not bringing the money, you know. Zingah should have done Amapiano, dog. Remember that song he
Pori
dropped?
told him. Yeah, he said Pori kept telling him.
If he really cares about like being on the charts, he should do Amapiano because you can see SA hip hop on the charts, dog. That's 1 week, then it's gone. Any chart which has SA hip hop longer than that, dog, is capping.
So what does he expecting to be the reaction? Like, Zingah, please, we need you.
Yeah,
Or,
probably
Zingah,
wants that.
please.
Or the plot twist could be that he's about to drop an album.
Yeah, it's in the web though.
Dog, or the plot twist is he's about to drop an album and he wants people to like beg him to stay. And then when he drops, you know, he climbs back to number 1 and then he goes to number 10 in the next week.
The sad part is that Zingah has been like fallen off for like the last, since Dala. Dala was the last wave that was like, okay, Zingah, you went Lopori.
Why didn't he just do an album like that though?
Dude, go into that vibe. But think about it, people that still can have a successful album like that can still be gone. Konje, who's that guy? Who's that Xhosa guy, dog, that did that sort of like, that played guitar? Fuck, I forgot his name. But that guy sold so many fucking albums, dog. It was sort of like a...
Nati.
Remember Nati? Dog, Nati did that type of sound. He did it the best. No one could do it better than him. Still, next album fall off. Gone.
Yeah,
dog, Nati literally sold how many albums, bro? Nati was selling like Zahara. You must also
understand, dog. This is South dog.
Nati was selling like Zahara.
It's tough. It's tough to be there, dog.
You know what happens?
It's tough, dog.
People try everything until one thing works and they stick to that one thing. They forget that they need to try everything. It's called reinventing yourself. So let's say I come in here, I'm Foka, I come in as raps. You're dope, but like you're not taken up there with Abo Casper, aka.
Sure.
I drop Amapiano song.
Sure.
It works. Then let's say Amapiano after 10 years is not the main genre. Maybe it's like number 3 or 4.
Yeah, number 3, 4.
There's a new genre.
Sure.
Instead of thinking I can jump onto this one, like everyone else which stays up, like Pori, like everyone else, like Oskido. They stick to Amapiano and say, it's my first love. Like, I need to, bro, I can't.
They have an emotional attachment to it.
Like, they show you a sleeve. Like, I have Amapiano written here, bro.
I got it tatted on me.
I got it tatted on
okay, dog, you have another arm to add a new genre, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you need to understand, you reinventing yourself. Dog, you can never let go. When you let go is when you just you give everyone what they were waiting for. Dog.
For all this time.
All those years they were writing articles, you're going to fall off. Off. All those people saying, you're whack. This is what you're doing. If you let it go, dog, you must understand, once you're in the public eye, you can never let go. You can never let go. Once you let go, dog, it's done. Because climbing back up is a problem.
And you feel like that public, you always have to deliver to them. Because, people will still come up to you like, yeah, that type of thing that you did 2 years ago, yeah, still do that, because they're still emotionally holding on to that moment.
That time you drop the album which you're doing the same thing, they don't even know it. Imagine your fans saying, still stick to Maskandi. And then you're like, I just dropped the Maskandi album last week. You're like, how? He doesn't know it.
They're like, he doesn't even come.
You see, that's the other thing. When you let people dictate outside how you're going to operate, okay, you're going to suffer, bro.
Damn, it's sad, bro. This music thing is here today, gone tomorrow.
Dog.
That's what Drake said in that sample in that Nothing Was the Same album. All this other bullshit here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah, anything on the lighter side?
Babes and a best friend, though.
Hey.
Nota was telling me this guy's gay today.
But that kiss.
I'm a guy.
That kiss. That kiss
The
looks like
girls
babes
have gay best friends, all these things. But
that kiss, ne? He waited for you to say me.
Even if it's innocent, dog, Mara, it's just not okay, dog. They even saw us wrong.
But what's wrong about it?
Did you see how awkward they were?
Would you let your girl kiss a friend?
Did you not see
aren't they broken up and shit with Mamkhize?
Are they?
And they
I'm assuming
have
she doesn't care, dog.
A whole wedding and a marriage. Didn't they have a show about them? Did it die?
Are we still expecting marriages to be like a serious thing, bro?
If they taking it serious, then it's your wedding, dog. We're gonna assume that you're going to stick to your agreement.
Babe, this is another case study of like what we've been talking about this pod, bro. Just like look at her now.
Yeah,
dog.
that's true.
Look at her now, bro. Babes was on top of the fucking world.
The Gom was on Wakanda.
Hey, dog, I was about to
The
say
biggest movie.
Babes, my nigga, Babes, dog.
Babes was on
there,
Wakanda.
dog. On Wakanda, my
Not
nigga.
even just the tape, the movie.
My
Everybody say
nigga.
kiki, haibo.
Okay, that verse.
Mara, that's how dope. That's how lit she was.
Black
Like, she couldn't
Panther,
even,
dog.
I'm saying she was on the movie. The tape is fine.
Yeah, I hear
the
that.
movie.
Where
Billion.
T'Challa walks
It's
into
sold more than billion.
Dog,
worldwide.
I'm saying that's how lit she was, where she could even risk a verse and say kiki, whatever she said. Dog.
On an international guest verse.
I'm sure Kendrick was like, wait. Take that back up. Let's hear it.
Dog, even Kendrick could tell that this is not the African lady.
Yeah.
This one.
This is joking. This one.
She's just playing with us now.
But remember, Babes on McG's podcast, she said she was making like 2 M's a weekend. Come on, 2 M's a weekend, dog.
Dog, where did it go?
Dog, I'm just saying that like to reach those heights.
Why, dog, wait, 2 M?
That's what she said, bruh.
A weekend.
Like M, 2
dog,
M's
what the
type
fuck
shit,
do you
bruh.
do with 2 M, bro?
A weekend. I don't know, eh? And you must understand, like, hey, some of these M's are coming from bags. They're not going to a bank account. They're going straight to you.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway,
most of it, dog. Actually, how do artists pay their taxes, dog?
Hey, that's a problem.
Because
That's why you
find
see
out
them
late.
on
Because
paper.
if AKA just finished paying now,
How many kids?
and it wasn't even that much. How much was it?
Wasn't 5 or 7?
Yeah.
5 or 7
Nah?
5 or 7 what?
million.
AKA, he paid that much
Yeah. Paid it in full.
this past week.
No, a couple of weeks
Nah.
ago. We posted it a while ago.
5 to 7 million to SARS.
Yeah.
Paid
How
in
much was
full.
AKA making, dog?
He was making a lot. But that's what I'm trying to get to. Oguti, dog, these niggas make a shit.
That's what I'm
load.
saying. These
Like,
like
they
if
make
you're
a
paying 7 million in
shitload.
taxes, then
You understand? They make, but now, do they even pay their taxes, dog? Because
Not
I'm
all
sure
of
there's
them.
ways to go around.
Like, let's be honest,
Receiving
not all of
payment.
them pay even their full tax.
Dog, these niggas, some of them don't even pay the producers. So,
Dog.
at least try to
Why?
dodge taxes. You know what I mean? If you're not gonna pay them, at least try to dodge them. Find out ways you can like evade.
evade.
You can
Like,
sort of run
there's
around.
a word
Nah.
called tax evasion, bro. That's a charge.
I mean, do it the smart way, dog. I mean, I'm trying to think for myself because, dog, I have to hide money, bro, for the rest of my life. I can't be rich on paper, dog.
Why?
So I have to
Because
like,
of Bonang.
of course, bro. I'm in deep shit with the state, bro. So I have to find every single way, my nigga.
I
You know what I mean?
I thought you didn't have to pay.
I mean, listen, bro. I'm gonna make sure I don't.
What?
So by
So now
doing
you
that,
have-
so
you
by
might
doing
be-
that,
you might
Nah,
be-
Futi, I don't even want to indulge in that because I don't want.
I'm just saying, dog.
Yeah,
like, if
no.
you don't want to pay
No,
taxes,
but here's
bro,
my
find a
thing.
way, baba.
Dog, if you're paying 5 meter in tax, aka my point in bringing aka as a reference was that, dog, when did that nigga was he making that money? It's not now.
Sure. In 2018 type
Dog,
shit.
and they catch you when you're falling
Now
off.
tell me-
Yeah,
But, yeah.
they wait for you. They
No,
wait
no.
for everything.
When
you know
there's
what I mean?
5,000 in your account.
So
they're
even
like, "Ah, come
even
on."
Cass, I'm sure they're just looking at him. They're like,
Fill ups.
Yeah,
McLaren,
sure.
fill up.
Yeah.
You're right. They're gonna come for the fill up. They won't even care about this money now.
What do you mean the fill up? What
The
come?
fill up bag. The
The
ultimate
Oh.
coin.
times where he was just swooping everything.
But he used to cry on TV and used to be
Of
like,
course,
guys, me,
you
I'm
gotta have
dead,
to-
guys.
Dog,
Yes.
I
Dog,
feel
why
like
do
he
you-
could cry. Dog, I feel like he could cry on TV knowing that he made
Dog,
M's.
pulling off
Because-
like 50 cents.
Yeah, because
50 cents said
dog,
he's
you can't tell people how much you made.
bankrupt.
Yeah.
Just to say that he doesn't have
I
to
that
pay all
picture
this
was so
bullshit.
funny when you're
Dog.
posing next to the smart car
Yeah, dog.
in a suit.
Dog. Now, us here in South Africa, do not slam, dog. Yeah, we're
Sure.
not slam, dog.
Dog,
Think about
this
it,
life
dog.
thing is very difficult, bro. You have to fight. You have to finesse your way in and out, bro.
Yeah, no way.
If you're sleeping in front of, they're gonna
But
throw all
wait,
over
dog.
you.
When you're making about mama 5, 6, 7 M, doesn't the tax the Gavi take like 40, 50,
Yeah,
60?
they take a lot. So you need to find the ways.
So that
to,
means
he paid
to sort of-
5 million.
So that means he made about 12, 10.
yeah, around there.
Isn't it more?
Probably let's round it up and say like 15. You know what I mean?
That guy,
20.
see that guy Mzansi A-listers.
Yeah.
Made
Sydney.
a statement, under our thing. Pay as you earn. He said, okay, somebody wrote there saying that he made 11 million.
Just pick up the mic once.
Yeah,
AK made 11 million.
yeah, and wait, let me read it closer. So this person says on a tweet, 5 million tax paid means you made just over 11 million in 5 years. That's a flex to your broke fans, your peers the buy cars worth too much more, or he's saying much more. Work harder. So he's busy,
Also, AKA was sort of like bragging, like, guys, so this is how much I pay in
No,
taxes.
he said he was pretty much saying, I paid my taxes, I'm done now.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm free, niggas.
You see? So this guy which owns Mzansi A-listers says, this guy is incorrect. This guy incorrectly calculated the money. We use a PAYE, which stands for pay as you earn. And because of that, you can't calculate how much money he made. Let me pull this closer. What this guy did was check the tax bracket and use the last applicable tax rate of 45%, which would not apply if AKA made 200K from a gig. And then he says, we use a 18%. We used to use a 80%, whatever. I don't know what he meant there. We can't calculate how much he made in a year, then tax it all together. As pay as you earn is most likely applicable in the instance because he's a performer, So pretty much he's saying you can't wrap up everything. That 5 million doesn't wrap up how much he's earned in the last 5 years or something. Because pay as you earn is, and also tax brackets and 18%, 45%. So I don't know how much.
Why is
For me,
AKA
it's
putting out his
confusing.
business like that, though? I feel like that should be your personal business. You know what I mean? That should be something that you keep to yourself. Because now everybody's counting your pockets, trying to figure out how much you made.
Don't they also count your pockets when you post McLarens?
I guess.
They count your pockets when you buy a new watch. They count your pockets when you buy new grills.
And I mean, I guess that's also it's a heavy flex, dog.
It's like
he's a rapper at the end of the day. That's a big flex.
Because rappers are not known to be doing that.
Yeah.
And also that thing is, it's a thing of once you get to a point whereby there's a lot of articles written about you not paying your tax, you get to a point whereby to say that is like, whoever said anything about me and not paying tax, like they must all keep quiet now. It's done.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
that is insane, bro. That's a lot of money. Like, where's Prince Costinho in this situation is what I'm wondering, What is he thinking?
He's in Dubai.
He
doing an expo.
Dog,
that's last year, bro. What are you talking about?
What expo is that? That's what? The living expo. He's living there.
Yeah, hey, that was the last I heard from that update.
But the sad part is that like AKA burned that bridge, you know what I mean? He's sort of like, because
but is that true, dog? Because it's easy for me to tell you that me and Ray are not cool because he.
No, but we sort of saw it in the public too. When he was sort of like, he moved out of his apartment, he sold his Maserati. He kind of just wanted to give that impression that like, okay, guys, we cut ties and I'm good, and he's down bad.
He sold whose Maserati?
Prince sold his Maserati and like he sold his penthouse, whatever, and Brian.
So what? So don't you think also on Prince's end also he's down bad now because
I mean we saw the home. He's doing okay.
He's doing okay. Also, AK is doing.
They're surviving, sure.
But like we don't know like who's who in the zoo, especially with money, them two, because you don't know who and why things ended. They might say it with their mouth. AK might say,
"Yeah, that's what I'm saying." If you're gonna speak to me, I'm most probably gonna say that
I'm gonna make
Steph.
it look good. Yeah,
I'm gonna try make myself seem like I'm the better bro.
Sure.
So until you said with that other guy,
you'll never know.
You'll never really actually know 100%. But also, dog, you're gonna go off what people tell you again, dog. Yeah. Also, you can't expect everything for someone to say.
People
to be
usually
a lie.
listen to the one that has the fans, though. Which is why artists always get the benefit
Not even
of the doubt.
fans, just public opinion. I mean? You know what I'm saying?
So once you can sway public opinion,
even at
that's
home,
when
the parents are gonna believe you know what I'm saying?
Outside.
The one who is believable.
Yeah.
And if you have more people on your side,
sure.
I'm shying you, dog.
The ones that you get the whole family on their side. Yes.
Yeah, dog. You will never touch those ones, dog.
Yeah,
never,
but like,
dog.
Hey,
I mean, you sort of like have to be smart with how you play the whole fame situation. It's like, how much can you depend on like people knowing you for being famous feeding you. You know what I mean? You have to sort of like know how to balance that. Can you have a board of a company feeding you, or should you think of the millions of people that are your fans? I feel like that's how you play in the business role. Like, AKA, are you gonna depend too much on the fans loving you to come out to the shows, to buy your music? Or are you gonna
But
build a
that's your
company that
business, though.
speaks to the
But that's your business. You know what's the crazy thing? All the companies you wanna build under that is fueled by your show money.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It's by the same. It's
usually,
those fans.
It's those fans.
You
So
understand?
you'll be only able to say, I don't really care about the fans and what they have to say about me, when you don't have to chase that show money. When you build things which are going to last, you know, where you can be a 50.
Or even just a following. I
like,
don't understand.
dog,
How can you go broke if you have a following, dog?
I don't get it, though.
You have to know how to serve that following.
No, like if you
have a million,
dog,
imagine if you have a million followers and you don't have a million in an account.
Dog, like how? Because if you, like, I'm talking followers, I'm not talking about people who follow you on Instagram just to see.
You mean like
how
actual
down bad.
people that are
who actually follow you, who wanna see your thing, who gonna like, who gonna comment. You know what I'm saying? Who if you say something, they're most probably gonna believe it. Like I'd say Prince Costino.
Sure.
You know, I'd say you're one of his followers in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Because already you believe his side of the story.
Yeah.
So if Prince gonna go and say, "Essas, dog, I drank this other water, Essas, it's Ntswembu," you most probably gonna go and have an interest. You might not buy it, but you might have an interest and tell someone else, and they might end up buying it. So how can you be broke, dog?
Yeah, you can't.
It's difficult, bro.
You can't
like,
be broke once you know how to finesse the numbers. Like
It's crazy for me, dog. I don't understand.
Because getting the numbers on your side is the hardest thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
dog,
Once you manage to get to cross over that bridge,
then you can just direct them in different directions.
Then it's up to you, bro. You choose what you can do with it. I mean, AKA tried to do that AKA TV app, you know, sort of like, okay, my fan base, here's a show for you. And look what he got out of it. He got SABC show. Sure, Casper took that away from him, but still, he sort of like, they managed to go on there on TV, you know what I mean? They don't have to be for the app subscribers anymore. I'm sure SABC was paying them a proper bag. He sort of like thought out of the bag, you know what I mean?
Out of the box.
Out of the box.
Out of the
yeah.
bag.
I'm not thinking about bags. It's only bags. I'm fine. We need bags. Dog.
Yeah, no, but like, hey, you see those kind of situations. We'll see. You know, time always tells, you know. As far as just like who was the person which made everything go wrong versus who was the person which was making things go right. You get what I mean? Whether it's Prince, whether it's AKA, whether it's whoever, whether, you know.
But that's a shitload of money in taxes. Me, I'd be hurt, bro. Like, I'd be hurt knowing that I gave that much to the government, bro.
But
like,
you know, you can't, AKA can't do, you know,
AKA
AKA can't even do, if he doesn't pay that, he wasn't going to be able to do international shows or leave the country, those kind of stuff.
There has to be a way you can beat the system, dog. The rules that were put in place are not put by someone that's like smarter than you, dog. You know what I mean? I believe you can find your own way, bro.
You might have not been put by someone smarter than you, but it's taken years of them reinventing it. Let's say you bring a loophole that makes everyone notice it. 5 years down the line, they're going to put a new clause that closes that loophole. You get what I mean?
So it's been sort of reinvented. And
yeah, they're always looking for loopholes to close, you know. So it's years of years. So we might evade it, but the people which are coming after us are going to not evade it the way we did because there's loopholes.
Yeah.
You know, the loopholes we used are going to be closed.
I mean, I've seen people sort of like starting non-charitable organizations and all that type of stuff.
No,
these are like the real millionaires that are sort of smart about it early on.
Did you see even Robbie Malenga started a like foundation?
Those ones that eat. That kid is eating for life in Fana. Lifetime.
Robbie Malenga's son.
Yeah.
Started like some sort of foundation.
What does he call himself?
Rob Melly.
I'm
Rob Melly.
Rob Melly, yeah, Rob Melly.
Look, how much money did Robbie Malenga have, bruh?
Man, dog, you see when you produce and you do it the right way.
Dog, he was on some Quincy Jones.
Why do you think niggas don't want to give producers credits and shit?
The masters,
masters,
yeah, that niggas got masters for days.
Like, Rob Melly.
For days.
Don't look at him like this, got the dreads and fun.
You want Bona shine with his bodyguards.
The bodyguards. Flexing that eyes. I like when he flex the eyes. Like Johnny Dang.
Like he's got that Johnny Dang.
It's like Johnny Dang.
I feel it now, but dog, it's tough. Like, you know, like when you see niggas like that, they've got... I don't want to comment on his music. It's just, dog, just work with the right people. Just make it make sense.
His
But
Robbie Melly things.
You talking about
have you
Rob
heard his
Melly?
music, yeah.
You know what's the
So
thing?
kids
You
like
know what's the
that,
sad
they
thing
don't
about
care,
Rob
bro.
Melly?
They
You know
don't
what's the
care.
sad thing about Rob Melly?
What?
In this whole hype, he might just adopt a new drug habit, and then everything that his father worked for is gone.
Hopefully, there's family, mothers, whoever, aunts.
You can see
whatever the case.
there's a lot of hype now. Dog, with his type of money, he's showing. Ha,
And
Sante.
you know what's the
That
hype
shit-
about
that
now?
nigga's got
People thought it was gonna finish. 3 years later, this kid is still balling, mfana.
Same way.
But I'm just
The
saying.
same way
I'm
as the
just-
beginning,
I'm
dog.
just saying, you see, with that, the amount of attention you attract, the wrong crowd, bro.
Yeah.
Cool.
And not the
course,
wrong
bro.
crowd of fans, but the wrong crowd around you.
Amara, the crowd that's around him is other rich kids.
Yeah.
And you know,
No, dog,
flock
you see,
mentality,
you
you
see
know
the other
that.
thing
Sure,
is,
yeah.
other rich
That's-
kids don't necessarily rush to be with other rich kids. They don't have anything to prove. It's broke people that rush to be with rich people.
So
Yeah,
which
that's
one must he look at? The
The
friends
broke
that
people
don't have
which
it like
want
that.
to take from him.
Oh yeah.
Because if you have money, dog, if you have money right now, if some other rich kid is flexing in something, are you going to say, I want to go there, or you're going to say, I want to beat him? You're going to say, I want to show him that he's not the only one.
Yeah.
That's what Andile tried to do with
With Casper.
Casper
yeah.
and the McLaren.
Ish, bro.
You see, that's the thing.
Mm.
It's not about, he's not going to rush. He saw that it didn't go well. He had to go and buy
Yeah.
some bottles at Konka, just to
And
make it
like,
look like.
for me, it's like people hyping that up and like just that type of lifestyle. It's like, what was the whole point of that, bro?
Dog, there's people who understand. Dog, South Africa, understand the demographic, dog.
There's a lot of broke people.
Understand, dog, that we've got a broke mentality mindset.
Mm.
We can
You know-
you understand? Even niggas with cash, dog, we've got that broke mindset.
And once you have that mindset, the cash is
Yeah, I'm
is gonna be gone in 5 years.
Dog, I'm reading a book that
Yeah.
you all niggas should check out.
What?
What's
It's
it?
called Capitalist Nigger. Like,
I've
I
heard
was
about it.
introduced by this lady called Anadia. She's like, read it. You'll understand why.
Which
Black
one is
people
this?
are
The
not
same UK lady there, but
No, not Anadia is from SA. She's in Cape Town.
no.
So she told me to read that book. And I'm reading it. I'm like, yeah, no. There's a lot that this guy's saying that is like pretty much saying that black people just pretty much blame the everything that went wrong with them to everyone else but themselves. They never take responsibility.
Accountability is the biggest problem.
dog, you have to hold yourself accountable. dog.
You see,
Biggest.
You
dog.
have to.
Now, Fred, it
And you
sounds like
mustn't be a
dope book.
victim. You can't be a victim.
Once you have that victim mindset, then obviously you're gonna become the victim. Dog, you are
And
what you
see,
think.
You know the crazy thing he said that I've never heard anywhere else. He says use the Caucasians, the Asians, everyone which what you call benefited from black people's lives.
Mm.
Use it against them. Use that guilt against them to work in your favor.
And they do feel guilty when you
You know,
do
like,
it.
oh, I just need one
They
black
do.
person in my board. Like, put me.
Yeah.
Put me. Let
Sure.
me show you. That's how
Yeah.
few. That's how 5 people become billionaires as black people because they use the guilt. They use the fact that these people feel bad for what
And
they
they
did.
really do, dog. They still do, even in 2022, dog.
Straight, dog.
If you like
Hey.
spend some time, they wanna treat you like you. I'm so, like,
Yeah, I didn't have black friends.
Yeah.
Like, no, okay, I'll be one
Sure.
of them too.
That time you're just
Yeah.
thinking,
You know?
yeah, it's so true, bro.
So like that's what I'm reading there. Like just dog, life has a lot that you can learn from, and
Yeah,
watching
bro,
all
there's
these
so
people,
much to learn, bro. Like
watching
you
all
never
these
know
people,
enough.
it's like a
dog.
movie. It's a bioscope, like
Dog.
Mm.
But also you have to be a player. Somebody has to watch you now. Somebody has to learn from
Yeah,
you.
you have to dlala, dog.
Can't be on the bench.
You can't, dog. You can't, dog. And here's another thing. That's the nice thing about life. There's not many things that are new, dog.
It's always the
Only
same
things-
pattern behavior.
Yeah,
ne?
even if it's new, I was about to say the metaverse is the only thing that's new. Or
Dog,
you
but
know,
that- even
but
that-
even
even
that,
that,
dog,
it's
it's just
an
a newer
idea.
version of like the internet connecting people through a metaphysical space. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing really new.
NK. Say it again one more time.
Sure.
One time for the ASM fam.
The metaphysical space.
Metaphysical
mfana,
space,
awatshele,
my
boy.
nigga.
Tell them once and twice.
Oh, nah, Fede, you
Let it
know.
be nice.
Then it's the metaphysical
Hey.
world.
Hey.
Young, dog,
Don't overuse the
do you
word.
know-
You're gonna need
do-
it again.
Dog, I'm I saw on the what you call this metaverse, people they're hiring people to work in the metaverse right now.
Dog,
The metaverse is already existing.
dog, the mere fact there's property there and you can stay there.
Manje Tina South
We're gonna
Have
take
we
time
even
to get
thought?
there, bro.
You know, if one
anyone-
person
It's
just-
Web3.
Dog, if one person just
When are
looks,
we gonna get there?
I
No,
mean,
I'm
we're
just
sort of
saying-
like diving into it with Bitcoin and NFTs because it's all the same
Only
thing, like the
now.
But I'm
blockchain.
saying,
10 years later, my nigga.
Yeah,
But
it's
what I'm
late.
saying is,
Well,
if
not late.
anyone, dog, South Africans don't need to be ahead of the world. They just need to be ahead of Africa.
Africa.
And you're nice. Just look what's going on there. Do
but
it here.
you see, that's also like people's like saying support black business even when it's like shit, dog.
No,
Do you know what I'm
dog.
saying?
Let's say
It's
there's already
like-
dog. There's metaverse going on.
Like-
There's metaverse right now. There's
As
a
long as-
foundation. All you gotta do is be the first in South Africa. It's not supporting shit. It's you being the first here.
Dog. I hear that, ne? But I just think that it's a we mustn't compete with other Africans, dog.
We're not
If
Yeah,
we
we're
really
gonna
want
compete
to
with the
be-
world.
And,
The
and
only
not
way
to
you
say
can
that we're
compete with other
superior.
Africans, listen.
Not
The only
to say that
reason
we're
you can
superior.
the only reason you can not compete with other Africans, guess why?
Why?
You need to be the top one here. You get what I mean? And to be the top one here is you need to be doing it first. And if you're doing it first, you're leading. No one else can compete with you.
Away. Fede, that can be the motive. But once we're the first ones to do it, we must just now start trying to do it at the international level.
That's
Pella,
where you
all we
get
do
there.
is that we just do it
Try to
first. And then we
replicate
just
it,
no,
Inji.
we do it first and then we leave it there. Because when
No.
you do it first, you have to replicate, right? Because
But
you're the
think
first
about
one
it, though.
in Africa.
And you sort of
see-
want
you
the
see,
credit for just
everyone-
being first.
Exactly.
Everyone,
You know what I
everyone,
mean?
everyone thinks
done.
like that. I need to be competing at a world level. Dog, if you can't dominate your own community,
No, but
Yeah.
dog,
you're
that's
not here.
that's like, you know what, you're putting up a hill that you're not going to ever climb
I hear
because you're
that.
scared. You're gonna be like, I need to. You know, people which overthink things and say, yo, we need to. Dog, if you're not taking action, if you're not doing it first where you at,
Exactly. And I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. Fine. If we want to do it first in Africa, let's do that and then move on from that stage because we don't leave that stage. That's
what
our
I'm saying
problem.
to you. That's exactly what I'm saying to you.
That's
If
our
you
problem.
are the first to do it here,
You
then you
ahead
can
in Africa.
complete internationally.
But we can't now just sit and be complacent with Fede, we the first in Africa. Nah, dog.
That's
We
not a
need we
title,
need
dog. If you're the only one, imagine you say I'm the first, but you're the only one. That means you have no competition. Like I think about soccer and I see
But
the
that's-
leagues whereby
you see when
there's
now
no
you-
competition, like PSG.
But
like,
no,
by-
no,
by
don't do
Nah,
it.
some
Don't
of
do
those teams
that.
are just so good.
Yeah,
that
they're just really good,
They're
dog.
just so good that the
I'm just-
competition is not even like.
Dog,
I'm
you
saying,
know.
but you see,
But
when,
if they were to
you know
play
what
with
I'm saying?
other clubs-
PSGs, you see PSG, Bayern Munich, they're so good in their league that they have like they don't have competition. And guess what? When they meet other clubs, Abo
Real Madrid.
Menu or Man City, show them flames. Those boys. You saw
Yeah.
they did in the last games.
Yeah, I saw the Real Madrid and PSG game.
Now,
that was
Fede, I
fucking
didn't
crazy.
have, but
They came
I'm
back,
hearing what
dog.
she's
I could
saying.
get there on 2-0.
Yeah,
dog.
Real Madrid. Benzema scored a hat trick.
Dog.
Crazy
Hey,
stuff.
what?
I lost my mind, but I couldn't believe it.
I wanted PSG to win, but I was like, I couldn't take it from them. Like, if they're not performing like
Yeah.
Real Madrid.
And you see that game. That game was a mindset game. The talent could be whatever, but Real Madrid, Baba, they've been playing in the Champions League. They've won. You know, no other team has won Champions League more than
More
Real
than
Madrid.
Real Madrid.
So
yeah.
they already have like it's sort of in their DNA to have the
win.
right mindset to win games before 90 minutes is over. PSG still has a long way to go.
That's
dog.
why they're
That's why
competing
money.
in a league where they're the best.
Yeah.
It doesn't help you, dog.
Sure.
At least Real Madrid has Barcelona.
Yeah, and like Atletico Madrid.
Yes,
and,
and that's what I'm saying. So we both saying the same thing, dog. We need to stop this thing, dog. Pella, once you now the only person who's the first in Africa and you're the only one doing
You
it,
slow down.
you become ESCOM, dog.
Yeah.
ESCOM is
Monopoly.
cowarting us.
Hey, this week they covered
this load
that. Yo,
shedding announced
This
in my
week-
life,
this week-
dog, it went 3 times in Rosebank. You must understand.
Yeah.
That's once it goes 3 times in Rosebank, imagine in the hood.
My nigga.
6 times.
you know, this week was crazy.
Dog, it's not even winter, dog. You know winter, true as my nigga.
This week they slowed down a lot of shit. Even us, they slowed us down. It was like frustrating, bro.
Nah.
But I was like, what can you do, bro?
What are you gonna do, dog?
Like, what are you gonna do?
South Africa.
Very, no, it's I need to we the first ones, only ones, and come on, that's what happens when we. Let me even speak as South Africans, dog. In fact, let me just say, just black people, dog. We have a problem. Ukuthi once we ngena, we wanna be the only one. We don't wanna fuck other niggas, and then. When we're there at the top, instead of being the one at the top and doing a good job,
Instead of
making
opening
sure
doors.
everything. I see opening doors. If you're not gonna open doors, do a fucking good job, dog. You know what I'm saying? But now when we get there, and we just wanna be at the top and just fuck up, dog.
Yeah,
fuck up
man.
so that when the next person comes, they have even
They have
two
a-
times
Dog,
more
they
of
have
a
to
load.
catch up from
They have
back.
to and are they gonna catch up? Because
Nah,
they're gonna
never.
realize
South
that
Africa,
they're only there for a certain number of years.
they're going to, you know what they're going to do?
Or
They're going to look at it and say, yo, this problem, I adopted.
it's
Let me
too
give it to the
much.
next person. Let me also be
Exactly.
part of the problem.
Let me just also dig a hole. Let me also shy out. You know what I'm saying? And we do that in every aspect, dog. Let's say example, something really dumb, dog. Sneakers. You know what I'm saying? If Drip was selling completely shit quality, do you think that or Batu, whichever one came first, do you think the next one was gonna come with even higher quality, or
But
they're
you
gonna
have to
come
get it right for everybody else.
exactly? They're gonna come with the same quality because they have to compete with the other one. They can't just now go and shoot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So now
you can't.
everyone exactly. I have to compete. I can't make my shoot 2 point something. I have to make it a K.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Otherwise,
so already now you're cowating it, dog. That's why it's we need to.
But what I'm
have
saying
the,
is, you saw what I said about like, Batu saw that in South Africa there's no Nike, there's no
Yes.
Adidas.
Yes.
For it to be, not to be compared with everyone else, it had to be the first.
Had to be the first.
Can we just give props to like Batu, bro?
Yeah,
Because
no,
now I'm
shout
looking at all
out.
these companies popping up, and I'm like, why didn't anybody think of this shit before Theo, bro?
No one thought
Theo
of it.
Baloy is just
Probably
like
people never
fucking
act on
hell.
it.
And we
Think
love-
about it's one thing, act on it.
Dog, many people have ideas. You're right. We just don't act. Also, another thing is, dog, South Africans, we love sneakers,
Yo,
dog.
we love fashion.
brands.
Fair
Yeah, we
brands.
love brands.
Yo.
We love...
Guys,
Yo.
this thing can look ugly, but if it just has Gucci G's from top to bottom, it's good enough for me, dog.
It's too much.
Dog, people wear what the mannequin wears, dog. You know
It's
that's the
too
cheapest
much.
thing. And that's the wackest thing a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's
When
the
they get a
wackest.
Gucci, they look at a mannequin, they're like, yo, with a big Versace face on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that
South
jersey.
Africans love to flex. You know, it's sort of the status symbol. We
Yeah.
love to have that status symbol that like,
Dog-
I have this, you don't. You know
Dog,
what I
you
mean?
know what I realized, ne? Something small. I was watching Genius and I
Ish.
saw Kanye's relationship with his mom, right? His mom, I always thought Kanye's mom was like a crackhead, like a stripper, someone
Oh,
who
she was
in a-
literally a
Wait,
smart. She used to be a professor and shit.
No, I get it, but understand why I'm saying this. It's because of the relationship that she has with Kanye that I thought that she had to be maybe in the streets
Yeah.
to actually get it. Like, she had to be really cool.
Yo,
But
she had to be about that life.
Yes.
To be so chill
to
with
be
the sun.
yes.
Like Tupac or something.
Exactly. Do you get what I'm saying? So I realized that even us as a nation in that aspect, we're still behind, dog. We are going to be the first or the
Parents.
second generation that's actually really cool and maybe understanding. But you don't have to be a musician.
You know
Your dad
what?
doesn't have to be, a musician.
What do you mean by that, bro? I
'Cause
didn't
what I-
hear you
'cause-
clearly.
So what I mean is we there's a huge disconnect between parents and child.
Dog, that's a fact.
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
That's a,
And if you look at South African parents and you look at the US, you know
Like,
what I'm
even
saying?
the
Something even
US.
simple, Kanye.
yeah.
Kanye needs, this was years ago. This is not now. You know what I'm saying? That parent and child and the relationship, we're only starting to see it more now. That's what I'm trying to say.
At a later stage.
At a later stage as a country.
Sure.
You understand?
Yeah, no, I
so
hear
we
you.
are very behind with many things. Even
Dog.
Even
our
households.
consciousness. Yes.
Dog, you know the
households,
family
that's what I'm
unit.
trying
You
to
know
say.
a family unit, right? Family unit is the most important thing in the country.
Yeah.
Once
so-
you have successful
Strong.
families, dog, that country is very difficult to break
Exactly.
down. Right now, what they're doing right now is they've taken the dads out of the households, dog. It's just the moms raising kids alone. The moms don't know how to raise their sons. That's why the sons are just like fucking
Exactly.
crazy. They have feminine tendencies, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Dog, right now, it's hella messed up. I feel like this is the worst time to have a kid, dog. Speaking of which, Natasha Tahani is like
Yo.
pregnant and all
Dog,
of
didn't
that.
everyone think it was teenage pregnancy? Because Natasha always been like a child.
Nice.
dog.
Yeah, she's always been like that baby girl.
But
you
guys,
know?
if any guy's gonna take you to Tanzania, he's gonna come back with a child.
You think so?
That's a trip and a half, guys.
Nah, fair Asia. No, Asia. That was a. Hey,
You know what I love to
That
see,
was
dog?
Blogger's biggest goal, eh?
Dog, I love to see there. For me, like what I like about social media and all these trending topics, right? I watch.
At half
Dog,
past.
I'm saying with this whole Natasha thing, nah, I just love to watch the reactions from people. Like I understand the headline, I watch the reactions from people. I don't want to say jealousy. Like from girls, they're like, I want to be in that position. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying from girls.
Did you hear how he said it? I want to be in that
No, but the
position.
girls, bro.
Talk a lot.
The girls are just like, guys, I want to be pregnant. Why am
Yeah,
I not
that's
pregnant,
true.
guys? Why am I
It's
not
Rihanna.
pregnant?
That's
It's
true.
Rihanna.
Ah,
No, but
Rihanna
not-
opened the floodgates of all this.
That's
Dog,
true.
how many? Dog, Insta celebs became pregnant. Like, who are we left with now, dog?
No, but he hasn't. That's true. But also understand, Natasha's got how many? 2 million on Insta.
Yeah, she's pretty famous.
Dog. All of those people, they were khaleling that thing, dog. Pella, understand?
Look, I saw
The
girls in my
relationship looked
statuses,
too nice. It looked too nice. It looked too
What's
sweet.
coming for you to ask?
No, I just saw them like in my status, sort of just be like, guys, when am I getting pregnant? You know, I just wish someone
Who's
would
this
make me
now?
pregnant. Dog, a lot of girls, bro. That's why I'm just like,
that one you're
what's
right.
going
I blame
on?
Rihanna. Rihanna, yes, dog. You know when I saw that
Dog, you know what? Rihanna was the first
is
baddie, dog.
No, wait, let me.
Dog, let's be
Nah,
honest.
not the first, but she
Dog,
was one of the most important.
No. You know why
I mean,
I say
she
baddie?
gets a whole
Baddie.
speech from
No.
She was the first good girl gone bad.
Yeah, that's
That
bad.
Nah, she's
made
always
it
been
cool.
bad.
No.
What do you mean? She
dog,
didn't
you
come
remember
out.
Rihanna when she came in the scene?
Oh, when she was like
remember her?
16, I remember.
Dog, even her album was called Good Girl Gone Bad, bro. That's how bad it became.
For me, she's always
Dog,
been
let me
bad.
just say, she's been good. She's been Natasha good, where it looks good on
Yeah,
template.
she's been. Dog,
You
don't
know
you
what I mean?
remember?
Rihanna.
Dog, do you remember Rihanna?
Maybe I don't know Rihanna.
Dog, you need
just
to
say-
see a video, dog. You
maybe-
need to see a
Maybe
video.
she's been famous for so long that it's like, I don't
Dog,
remember
there's
that
even an
stage,
album
you know.
cover where she's got like a brunette type of hair. Dog, she's looking all.
I just feel like the
cute.
island girls are just bad already. You know what I
No,
mean? It's in
dog,
their
she was-
blood.
she
It's in
was-
their
she
blood
was-
to be
she
like
was-
bad.
she was
you know?
like-
True, but
Yeah.
the way the label portrayed her.
Mm.
She
Of course,
came
yeah.
out.
She came out of her shell.
No,
But it's always been in her.
Yes, it's been a bad girl.
This is the one
Dog,
we
go
talk
to her
about.
first album cover.
You see, good girl. You know.
Yeah, dog. That's Rihanna, dog.
So I'm saying to you that
Dog,
wait, listen.
Umbrella was one of the first
you
few
see,
times we
dog,
saw her like
she was
go
the
bad.
like there was Beyonce, there was all these people. She was the only one to like feel like become a liberated woman. You get what I mean? Like
For
bad.
this generation.
Yeah.
There's always been about Marilyn Monroe,
Yeah.
for like
Yes.
all these people
So,
from
like,
way
I'm
back
saying
in the past.
They were called different names, but
Sure.
this era of girls called baddies.
For this generation, definitely.
It's
I give it
Rihanna.
to her. I mean, she influenced that Tosu tattoo,
Yo,
Mfana.
dog.
I've never seen influence like
This-
that in girls
that tattoo-
ever.
that
The
tattoo,
total,
yeah.
I like.
The only person to dethrone her was Cardi B.
Cardi
came
B
in
didn't
the
come
bad,
close.
dog. She was
No.
bad
I'm talking
news.
about
But
with
other
the
girls didn't do
tattoo.
that
No,
much.
thigh
With
tattoo.
the thigh tattoo, come on.
I saw thigh
Dog.
tattoos before Cardi B,
No,
dog.
but the rate
You know,
when
do you know
Cardi
the
B
only
came out,
the only
come
reason
on.
what brought thigh tattoos was American strippers.
Yeah,
like, just
they have a
seeing
lot
them.
of them. Yeah.
Like all those reality shows.
Cardi
Sure.
B, my nigga.
I get it. You saying Cardi B, but it wasn't only singularly Cardi B.
But she's the front, dog. Also Rihanna,
She was the front.
dog.
She was the front after a
That's
while.
what you're
dog.
saying about Rihanna.
No, Cardi B, dog. You know Cardi B comes from a reality show.
Yes.
You get what I mean? She was part of
Yes.
them. She wasn't them wings. She wasn't Beyonce. She was
Yeah,
part of
that's
them.
Love and
true.
hip
That's
hop.
true.
Shout out
Mara
Love
Cardi
and
B
hip hop.
was Cardi B though. You can't take it away, dog.
Yeah,
Even
Cardi
now
B
when
was
you
Cardi
go
B.
So
back,
wait, where
you
we
can
going
see
with
that
this
she was
conversation again?
moshing influence.
Oh, the
tattoo
influence.
baddies.
Yeah. Oh,
now
yeah.
Rihanna took it back to like she moshed. I said she was the first baddie. Now, like not the first baddie, but the
Now
first
she's the first.
influencing baddie. Now she's the first pregnant. Not all the baddies want to
Yo,
be pregnant.
Dog, you know
All
when I saw that
kids and
Rihanna's
fun.
shooting people? Ntwana, I don't, you see that line that they have there? Here, when you're pregnant. Ntwana ngibone. And now in my head, you know what I'm thinking?
Beyonce too.
What?
Remember Beyonce? They don't think
No,
she
I'm not,
wasn't pregnant.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just thinking whatever. It could be something dumb. Filter, what. All these small little things. As shooting people at home. They also gonna think that they're gonna be looking as fresh as Rihanna.
You can't.
It's Natasha.
As not
Not Natasha even can't get to Rihanna's level, bro.
I don't know much about these pregnancy things, but
Yeah, no.
Natasha's ones it just looked like another girl. You know, I scrolled past it like just
Really, I might did.
because Vele, like a lot of people are, you know.
When I saw
pregnant.
it, I saw it with a lot of like hands posting. Then I'm like,
Yeah, a
what's
lot
this
of
red
the
picture?
hands are just like,
I'm like, yeah, I thought it was a normal person. I'm like, what's this red
And hands
picture?
will post, ne?
Oh,
Yeah, they
they'll
will
post.
repost.
So when I
and
knew
fun.
they will post Rihanna, dog. I saw everyone had pink stories because she was wearing a pink jacket.
Yeah.
Yo, dog, everyone posted pink something. I was like, yo.
That's one thing that I want to stay far away from, you know. I'm starting a family unit at this point, bro.
Yeah, no.
Dog, the world is just way too broken. The world is fucked up.
It's not gonna be
Mfana.
better when you're 30 or
I
40 or 50.
I have more experience as a person. Know what I mean? So that I can know how to handle the fucked upness better. I know how to deal with it.
You're not gonna be the one who's doing the fucked upness or facing
You play a
it.
huge role, though.
No, but your kid,
Yeah,
you
true.
see, that's the problem with the parents nowadays. They have an idea of who they want their kids to be. So you are going to develop that thing thinking that my kid needs to be like this, and then comes out opposite.
But you have the power to make your kid what you want them to be.
Ria, does your parents have the power to make you
I
whatever
mean, at an early stage, they did.
But you got to a point whereby they couldn't make a decision
Sure.
anymore for you, right?
Yeah, you have to get to that point. But from birth,
You see, from birth, toddler, they listen to you, they love you.
yeah,
Teenage years, they start
you still have
thinking-
them in control a bit.
Yeah, 16, 17, you lost them. All you can do is try to experience their life with them, not try to tell them what to not do. You get what I mean? Because parents say, don't do this. You're like, in your head, you're like, why? And then they don't say, because you'll make a child. They say, yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, then you realize you make a child.
That's
now,
what
you know?
also goes back to that point I was saying, we're still behind, dog. We grew up with parents like that who, some of us were lucky. We all knew like that friend who had that cool, understanding mom or understanding dad, or just the parents were just laid back. Just explain to them, just talk to them. You know what I'm saying? But you could never do that. We're still behind, dog.
But I think we underestimate a parent's role in the kid's life. I don't feel like
we don't underestimate it.
Our job
people
is
don't
not
realize
meant to understand it and think. That's why, when people say, there's a reason why you get things now. Because you're closer to being a parent. But when you're a child, my nigga, your only job is to be the child and understand. You're not meant to think for the parent. You don't understand? And it's just,
sometimes some people
I don't understand.
No, but some people, because of the situation, end up thinking the whole the whole thing around, because you might have had a life where you never thought about what your parent is going through because they never wanted to show you anything. But sometimes some people had to be a parent.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, they had.
But that's so unfortunate, though.
Yeah.
It's a sad situation that you shouldn't put that type of pressure on. I mean, if you kind of have to rise up to the occasion, you have to.
On the child.
But
just so happens.
Circumstances, yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like, there's people which, dog, if you can ask them what's your fondest memory of being a child, they've never felt like a child. You know what I mean? You see?
That is so unfortunate, bro. Like, dog, two parents are the most important thing in a child's life.
Do you think, Harry, do you guys think that like two musicians like
parenting
give birth like ASAP and
that'll be the most chilled house, bro.
Do you think that they're gonna have
doing yoga with
children?
the family? Eh?
Do you think that they're gonna have children like Alicia Keys and stuff?
The other thing is we putting too much pressure on them sticking together. You can see even with Jay-Z, it's not easy. This thing is not
Very
easy,
difficult.
especially when everyone has their eyes and nose in your business.
When you're a celeb.
You see? So if you're just a normal person,
fame and fun.
You can see how A$AP Rocky looks at Rihanna. Not the way Drake was looking.
And
you saw Drake when he was busy one dance.
And I feel like it's just so acceptable for people to walk away,
song?
dog. You know what I mean? Like, people don't even try to fight anymore. Like, can we try fighting for our kids? No, we're leaving. Fuck you, I'm done.
You know why people walk away?
Because
what were in place before? Society didn't want a family. Like, if a woman says she's getting a divorce, everyone will put her as a black sheep. Like,
now they cheer. They're like, yes, take his money, bitch. Take half of his money.
And also men, how they were treating women and all that type of stuff. Like, having 6 wives, dating, whatever, everyone. And then they know their wife can't leave. They have to stick with their kid. All those things. Right now, where we're going through right now, it's uncharted grounds. Like, we have never passed here before.
Yeah.
Like, us as parents are going to be the first to pass through this
Exactly. And I think it needs to go to already where it's at. I don't even think it's gonna get.
This is mild. It's still gonna get hectic.
It's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get to a point whereby a woman is going to be like trying to be the head of the household.
They're already trying that shit. They think just because they're making money, they think just because they're making money, they can be a man.
I'm not saying only money,
but they think just because they're making money.
No, but also here's another thing is that you're right. It's not a lot of. Dog, it's like us black people, it's exactly like us black people. We haven't had money, so when we get it, we shanya.
Dog, we don't just shanya. It shows the true us.
So
it shows the true us.
It exposes the...
I'm telling you.
Yeah. No, money. But we shanya, and that results in shanying. You
money,
understand?
like
the things we do is
you see
crazy.
You're recording, you're here today.
Yeah.
If you had $1 million.
Yeah, no, I hear
I'm just saying, not you per se, but if you had $1 million, it'll show if you'd be here or not, if you want to be here.
I hear that. Now, with that being said, it's the same thing when you've been deprived power, access, all these things.
Once it's there, you want to test everything.
Once you get it, dog, have you seen how women drive?
What do you mean? Women press. Yo, dog, I've been in a
Dog, no, you
this other
tell me, man.
hands. Yo,
And Han will be like,
and she was
no, you
pressing
must
this
go.
car like Fast and the Furious, bruh.
Dog, me, I don't know. Dog, even the Hans in my family. And I'm not saying this to be sexist.
Dog, these Hans think they
I'm
are
not
mothers and
saying
fathers, bro.
anything, dog. Even Hans will agree with this, dog. That they drive fast, dog. Unnecessarily so, my nigga. We could be going around the corner.
The family, the woman in my
For
family.
real?
They
For
probably
real?
Rhea, let's be honest.
but
They
also
probably
he
drive
also
nice around you.
He
Let them
drives
drive alone.
crazy. He drives crazy
Nah,
around.
No.
I get
dog.
bored
You
when
know,
I'm
the other
sitting
thing
with
is,
them, fam.
Rhea could be in the car and they don't like. Sometimes people like your dad won't want to drive in a way that she doesn't want you to drive, so he would drive slowly, but let him be in the car alone.
Yeah.
You'll hear that car
It's gone. Yeah.
You'll hear that car from down the street. You're like, hey, what? Is that my dad?
Sure.
It's all
So now for me, it's like, what's like the solution to like families being together? Because I feel like that shit is so important that it comes, like, it shows everywhere. It shows in the workplace. It shows in sports. It shows in the offices. It shows in the government.
Yeah, it shows everywhere.
Every
In the music
single
scene,
way.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
What I think we could do, besides the typical, the obvious, in our spaces, in our families, and you know, we obviously gotta do the right thing. We all know
What's
what
the
we
right
need to
thing?
do. Dog, be proper men firstly.
Okay.
That takes work.
Yeah,
you don't just wake up and be the right man.
Yeah,
you have to work on yourself.
Yes, but you need to work. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We
Everything
know what we
starts
do.
within. It starts within.
We've had conversations on this. That's what I'm saying.
Afterwards,
and then
talking.
once it's done that, I'm saying us.
Do you know how much
in our
lives?
workspace? I feel like maybe if we can just. I don't even want to say. Yeah,
Dog,
support each other.
Also, that
we don't have to be
supporting.
friends.
Dog, you need to also stand up for something you don't agree with. If a male is doing something in front of you that you don't agree with,
that's what I was trying to say.
Accept it just because everyone else is saying it's cool. You know,
straight.
That goes
dog.
back to what you're saying about being
exactly.
better,
I think that's what
people.
we can do in our space.
And also
dog.
women. Dog, if women are
those ones don't want to take accountability.
If women are not,
you can't tell them nothing.
If they're not understanding, if women don't call to each other order, as far as
that's never gonna happen.
This
is never gonna happen.
I hear what
as far as this thing of allowances and all those weird things which they expect men. And then when men kill themselves, they're like, oh my gosh, I'll actually, you know.
Also, here's another thing is that they mustn't abuse power.
Yeah, because they have so much power in a man's life.
It's gonna be like when you cry sheep, ganing. After some time, it's gonna be like, don't tell us
sheep.
because
like
you guys, you guys let the shit happen. Same way as us. That's how we got here. We let shit happen. We turned a blind eye when the bro did this or the other guy did this. You know what I'm saying? You won't say that because you don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, also, you don't want to be that snacks
They also
guy.
don't want to be that hand dog who
no, dog, if that girl
or what. You know what I'm saying? People always have something to say when you're gonna call out something.
Dog,
so I think
just let's be honest, guys. If we're gonna go back to why men and all those things are happening to men and them taking their life, guys, can women not say sorry on timeline? Sorry, man. Can you stop accepting these advances? What you call
what?
This is what is the student loans they want? What is it called? The thing?
NSFAS.
No, dog. The one for men. This is rent, salary, allowance,
girlfriend allowance.
That's never gonna stop.
No, I'm just saying, dog, don't come and say sorry, man, and then text your man after that and say, my 30K.
Which one's this one?
Women going on social media, sorry, man, talk.
And
then in that same breath,
can I tell you something? Can I tell you something?
Eh?
Women don't give a fuck, Antana. They don't give a fuck about us, boy. They don't care. They're pretending. They're pretending they care on social. They're pretending they care on social. Just for tweets and whatever. Guys, we are social. The following day. They don't care, bro. They don't give a fuck, boy.
Nah, but also understand, once you've been, you know,
once you've been put aside.
When you've been put aside for years, also understand that these people never, a lot of them never, well, they do feel it in small, because we still do it today, dog. We still do it as men today. Because it's so, like, make them feel inferior to us.
They are inferior.
No, don't say that.
They are inferior.
No, we're not getting into this.
Yeah, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Let's just move. What's happening?
Are they your equal?
Okay, dog, did you see Baz, dog, in SA?
Who?
Baz.
Who's Baz?
Dog.
Dreamville.
Oh, Baz. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw. Dog.
Do you guys
Dude, no
still
lie, ne?
wearing Orlando Pirates t-shirt?
Dog, that guy, if he wasn't, nice, no, not to say that he wasn't nicely shaven. If he was just not wearing the obvious things that make him look like, he's, with the shit.
Also, you're
Dog,
just
that he
saying
was
you
gonna
would
look like
never
another
pass.
guy.
You would never noticed him.
Exactly.
Dog, I won't lie to you.
Dog, that guy looks like one of us.
Dog, I wouldn't like even if they told me Bass is in Mall of Africa and I'm walking Mall of Africa, I probably wouldn't have not noticed him.
You wouldn't have noticed him. I was gonna say that guy.
He's a
looks
world
like
traveler though. He's lived in like a lot of
But
countries.
hey, he's been here before, hasn't he?
Yeah,
A
dog. This
Dog
guy was
is-
literally going to house parties here in Fana.
Dog,
With double
Oh,
champagne
yeah,
69.
yeah, I
saw
Dog,
that,
just
I saw
chilling with
that.
them as if everything is just happening. Like he's reason. Like he's reason.
He's like his reason.
Like he sees all like I'm telling you, bro. Shout out Bassi Badass.
Yeah, no, actually it's dope to see that. Because I feel like him doing those kind of stuff is doing better job than the whole government of South Africa.
What?
You know why? Bass coming to SA and his peers in America and his world fans just check him out, make South Africa a tourist spot. for
More
him.
better than the government.
What is the government doing? Amapiano is here. Amapiano. No, look. Amapiano is here. They could put money into it, and then guess what happens? We have a 2010 World Cup every year. In December. This December, Doc. Think about
I
it.
hear you.
No.
But
Doc, let me tell you, Doc, in Korea, they put money into the entertainment industry, Doc. K-pop. Who listens to K-pop?
yo, K-pop is fucking big, bro.
But who do you think is fueling that?
Just it's the Korean government.
Yeah, they put money into that. If only South Africa could say, yo, world dominant tour, whatever, of this, all these artists taking them, throwing money, all these tender monies.
Yeah.
Mamkhize just chills for a little while, just throwing them, dog. All these artists they'd be financially better. They would not be taken advantage of outside the country. And when December comes, when we're doing our festivals here, they will look like
But isn't
it'll
that
look like
Natim
2010.
Tetwa's kind of job? Konjo, is it Natim Tetwa?
Minister of Arts
Yeah,
and Culture.
art and culture, yeah.
Those kind, yeah.
That's his like
Yeah.
his kind of role,
Those
right?
are the stuff he's supposed to be doing, dog. I don't understand how many years does it take before, dog. They could have jumped on Grom, and when it was big,
And monetized it. You know what? They're not looking at it like we're just putting in money. It's gonna come back.
it's gonna come
It's
back.
gonna
to the
come back
country.
tenfold.
Dog, you know how many people are gonna visit just to come to a real proper Grom fest? Dog, people go there in the UK and they can see them in the circles or Puerto Rico or America. They see that I know this crowd is not the crowd of South Africa we see on YouTube. They're not dancing. It's just boring. Like they're just popping their heads. It's not a full South African experience, dog. And for a lot of people, dog, like if for a lot of countries actually, if they got this opportunity of getting a genre or a sound that's touching the world like this, dog, money would have been gone. Dog.
But our government just you must remember our government was put in place by like these apartheid guys. So they're not really like they're puppets, these guys, bro. Not really thinking like that. They don't give a fuck
guess
about
what?
the youth, bro.
Guess what?
They just don't wanna go out of
piano festivals for years and then years and then years. And then they come back. All these artists are rich, beyond doubt, are millionaires, all of them. Dog, you see Chico busy not doing Tempela himself, calling girls to do it for him. Like. And then guess what happens? And then there's a piano commission. Where did the money go?
Sure.
South Africa, yo.
And they'll try the money.
But they'll try it hard.
I thought share.
Of course. Yeah,
On
the
paper,
serious
first
greed,
class.
bro.
In real life, guess what the artists are? They're cleaning the flight to enter. Just to enter. Dog, they're on last class in real life. On
Yeah.
paper, it's just first class.
Yeah.
And Kamumpela came with 12 people. Kantish only came with 2. On paper, it's just 12. Accommodation for 12. Kantin there next door is his ministers and the side girls just chilling.
Yeah.
But anyway, what can we do?
Hey, it's
We
fucking
gotta do it
crazy.
ourselves now.
You have to. I'm just excited for the future, you know. I know a lot of people are like pessimistic about the future, dog. Like, yeah, there's everything going wrong. Dog, I'm just grateful to still be alive and
Guys,
still be breathing, bro.
I wanna know because this petrol cost is coming at the same time with
Isn't that
Russia's
US
war
stuff?
and all that thing.
Isn't that US affairs?
No, I'm just saying, what do you think this Russia war, how does it affect South Africa?
Apparently, Cyril said they're going to play mediator between Russia and NATO.
can he
Like the
just
Western
mediate
countries.
Alexandra?
Can he just mediate Soweto and
Dog,
leave?
can he just build those houses? I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
trying to
Dog.
play mediator to
Dog.
world affairs, bro.
Dog,
I
I'm
guess
just
it's a good
thinking-
look to the world, but it's like, I mean, it has
Dog,
really
it's
nothing to do with
it's
us,
like those
dog.
people which close it, please. It's like those people which look like, okay, it looks good. Your family looks good, and then at the end of the day, inside the house, there's a divorce happening.
Yeah.
Hmm?
And then everyone's busy naming his kids X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah.
this weird and fun.
Aye. So, guys, it's dope that we are
Dog.
mediating this thing, but like, can we just fix Alexandra?
There's bigger
Dog.
problems.
Dog, Elon Vele disowned us long ago.
Dog. What is he
Dog,
gonna do?
Even dog, let's be
He
honest.
was like-
if you had the option, were you going to? Were you going to?
I would disown this age.
No,
Dog,
maybe,
imagine being
maybe
a-
if I was like,
imagine being-
like maybe like Forbes list rich, you know, but not number one in
must
the
remember-
fucking
you must
world.
remember-
Dog, when you're number one in the world, dog, you can just say,
Dog, you know the South African apartheid government tried to make Elon join the army at age 16. He didn't want to do that shit. He doesn't have good memories of South Africa, dog. He's like, they were oppressing black people trying to go make me kill them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why should I still be tied to what's going? Sure, y'all have a new dawn.
do you think he really feels like that?
Dog,
That he doesn't fuck with South Africa because they're oppressing black people?
no, not that.
Dog,
but they were literally trying to make him join the
he
army.
Didn't want,
At
sometimes
16.
some of the they might not necessarily feel pain for the blacks because of that. They feel pain because they do not want to be told what to do and they don't believe in your ideologies. So
Sure.
that's probably the reason why
Yeah.
he didn't believe in the ideology of like that.
And he doesn't believe that it has changed. Obviously, he moved on. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm in
he probably-
Canada.
yeah,
That
he
would be
did
know what I
dope,
mean?
though.
Yeah?
You see,
What
It would be
would
That would
dope
be
to have a
dope.
billionaire. And
no,
then
to
what?
like,
Is he
no,
gonna
to like,
fix
no,
Alex?
to actually like get him.
to see him
that's
walking
my
around
concern,
Central.
dog.
Thinking
If
on
you
the-
see him in Sentin, dog, he's gonna be so fast. Yeah, what's up? Thank you. Yeah.
No,
Go
me,
on.
I'm saying podcast, dog.
Or sit down with him.
Yeah,
That would be
thing is, I mean, yeah, I'm sure we could do that. But thing is, again, this nigga does he disowned us, dog.
But how many people
Did
disown
he
South Africa
disown
after they
us?
leave?
Oh, dog, do you know
what
the
is he doing?
Spanish?
This
dog,
nigga's got his
What do you want him
satellites
to do?
flying
Become
over
Fle-
us.
Fedra.
Do something, nigga. Do
Fedra.
something. What has he done?
Dog, Fedra.
Dog, that's
What's
the thing.
Fedra?
That's the thing. We feel
Is it, what's his name? The
Who?
tennis player.
Roger Federer.
He's from SA.
Roger Federer is from SA.
Yeah. But he took,
Roger Federer.
he took his Spanish, what you call Spanish citizenship. Because I think his family is from Spain.
No, he's still from Switzerland. You're talking about Rafael Nadal.
Rafael, sorry. I'm thinking about Rafael. He's from SA.
I didn't know that.
I also didn't
That's
know.
news.
Charlize
to me.
Theron. But she
but-
didn't disown
Dog,
us
I
like
would
that.
disown
Yeah,
SA too. bruh.
Dog, think about it, dog.
Fuck
Imagine
SA.
imagine you're Benzema and you're from SA.
You know,
Are you not
Benzema
he's
is from Algeria.
Yeah. Are you gonna
think he's
take
gonna go back to Algeria?
Dog, the
You in
national
France,
team of
my nigga.
Algeria
You in
doesn't-
Paris.
Mpana, the national team doesn't even get to the FIFA World Cup. Yeah, Algeria is good.
Like,
But
you have
like,
to be smart about it, dog. Like, I'd much rather be in a first world country, bro. I know that, like, my survival is ensured.
and even the facility to nurture your dreams.
Yeah, you can sort of blossom and turn into what you wanna be. Well, would Elon would have become Elon if he was stuck in the same?
Nah.
Of course not. We will PayPal.
You
Like,
will be Elon Marku,
SpaceX.
Mpana. Elon Marku.
That's
You
not
guess
what
where
I'm
you
saying.
guess where you'll find him.
No,
And
really,
build
that's
that
what I'm
warehouse,
saying.
dog.
That's not what I'm
Yo,
saying. Fair to me, I don't know what he's done. You know what
For
I'm
SA?
saying? For SA.
He
I
doesn't
have
need
no
to do
idea.
shit. He doesn't owe us shit, dog. Elon doesn't owe us anything,
But
but
what I'm saying is that he's a billionaire.
so
He probably does give money out to
he
these
doesn't even do that in
foundations
America. Why would he come do it here in SA?
You don't know that?
He doesn't, bro.
I
Dog,
don't
when you're a
know.
businessman, when you're the richest nigga in the world,
200 billion.
you need to give back, dog.
I
All
know.
of these niggas, that's how
Yeah,
they even
I hear you on
flex.
that.
Dog,
And he
these
does.
billionaires
He's
feel
giving
like
out cash, dog. I'm sure I can guarantee you that he's giving back somehow. Marawanga give back here.
you know that's the problem with
But
SA,
like,
dog.
you
We
see-
feel
you see-
entitled.
you see-
We
yeah.
feel entitled. That's the
Why?
problem with a
Why
big
must
problem
you,
with
why
SA.
must you get Elon Musk's money? Why?
Entitlement. You work for it, dog. He doesn't
Why?
know
Ah,
shit.
nigga got fucking cash.
Doesn't know us shit, bro.
No way.
Dog, nigga owes
See,
us
that's the
nothing.
thing. The
much
same
money
thing
I
in
can't even
capitalist
say.
niggas
People are
are saying.
entitled. Yeah, people are very entitled. Yeah. Dog, if you're rich in your family, your family is gonna want you to take care of them unless you're a piece of shit. Like they're gonna say you're a piece of shit if you don't take care of us. Like that literally happens in black families all the time. The
Dog.
richest nigga must take care of all of us. You must stop
Exactly.
working. If you don't give us a job, my nigga, I just
And-
entitled.
What do you
entitled.
think? Me, I think I question also. That's like, what do you think happened with Ricky though?
What do you mean?
I feel like he was taking care of everyone around him though. Everyone.
Like it was a form of black tax.
Dog, hear what he says in the song.
Dog,
If
black
you
tax
die-
is the Western
hear,
serpent
hear
to
what he
black-
says in the song. He
Is it
says,
black
if you die,
tax?
you see what he says in Home. He says, if you die, then we all fall apart or something like that. And that kind of shit is a stress. It kills him. You
Sure.
get what I mean? So that pressure, dog. Like, imagine you being a millionaire, dog. Your family's problems is not gonna stop at millionaire problems, bro.
Yeah,
Dog.
now they have bigger problems.
Yeah, now they
have, Range
Ferraris,
Rover tires and whatever. 20,000 rand tire,
But at the same time, dog, for me, dog, I understand immediate family. That whole family of like cousins and taking the whole cousins to university now.
Yeah. Dog, people feel... I think black tax is one of the biggest like hinderer. It hinders us from growth as a people. Like,
See,
black tax is the worst thing ever.
I don't
Black tax.
consider like my immediate like family that I've been growing with as black tax. But everyone else.
For me, I'd much rather put you in a position to win instead of trying to feed you, bro.
Of course,
people want to get fed. They don't want to be put in a
But
position.
why put me in a position where I can feed myself when you can just directly feed me? That's how people look at it.
For what? You're your own man, Baba. You're your own man. You're your own man.
Do you know me? I'd rather put everyone in a position, except I'm not gonna make my mom work now.
I mean, if she wants to work, she'll work.
If she doesn't want to,
No, but that's
then she'll
the
stay
mentality, Steph. Gucci, look, you've got that 2 klipa in your pocket. Why must I go now and work for it? Why are you giving me opportunity when you can just take it out your pocket and give it to me?
Because I'm teaching you how long it took me to get it. And also the other thing is I'm doing it to people which have the potential of doing it. I'm not getting some guy in the street which is like a drunkard which is asking me money or something like that. I know he's not gonna listen to what I'm saying. But I'm talking to people which I know have the possibility of thinking, capability of thinking. You get what I mean? Like, I know if I put you in this position, you'll be nice. You know how hard it is to ask somebody money? Guys,
Dog, for me, asking people for money. I'm so glad I haven't had to ask for money in a while, dog.
It's dreadful.
I feel like it eats me as a man. You know what I mean?
It's dreadful.
Like, as a man, it sort of like burns me inside. Like, I have to swallow this pride right
and
now.
Ask for money,
dog. It hurts, bro.
For me, it's just like it's dreadful. The whole process. You find this guy could take out the 200, but now he's asking you, what are you taking? What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, how? Dog, if I told you we're buying Hennessy, you're gonna take it out now.
Yeah.
But if I'm asking you for I'm going to a job interview or something, you're going to like say, yeah, okay, sharp. When am I getting it? Yeah, let me go to the garage. He drives around with you, knowing he has it in his wallet. He goes and stands in front of an ATM.
But people have to
makes
learn.
him feel bad for asking him. Yo, you know how people...
Do you still need it, dog? Are you sure you need it, bruh?
Check that phone. When someone calls you, did they give you the money? Do you need it from me?
Do you think there's black tax in the music industry?
Dog, black tax is everywhere, but it's the worst.
Though.
If the person is black, then it's black tax. You know what I mean?
What is white tax, though?
White people don't have white tax. That's why the white person can build a business for 10 years and 20 years. As it doesn't need to pay anybody a cent. Like, the brothers are fine. The sisters are fine. The aunts are fine.
For that family,
everything is fine.
For that family to be fine, ne? Not everyone is like a millionaire.
Sure, they don't have to live like you. People want to live like you, the main breadwinner.
You see, when somebody builds, let's say a white guy which was just okay, he ends up paying for everyone's things.
What do you mean? He doesn't.
You see, that grandfather, the reason why they're fine is that grandfather paid for everything.
Yeah.
He was the one going through white tax.
Sure, but they gave him time to build. Black people don't give you time to build. White people give you a lifetime. 60 years, go and build. We won't take anything for 60 years. Tell a black person that go work for 50 years.
The minute you're bumming a young
but as soon as you are,
the minute you're bumming a young yellow bone with a slacker. They're like, this guy's nice.
They're like,
60 years. But this guy's bumming a yellow bone. Slacker, outside.
Dog, that's why you have to be selfish, Chins. Like, take this as, to people listening to this, take this as, especially as a man. If you're a lady, listen, do whatever you gotta do. But as a man, be selfish. With your time, with your attention, with your money, with your resources. Like, just look after yourself first, and then you can start thinking about taking care of other people.
Yeah, I know.
Because
some people did that, ne?
What?
And then when they fell off, who do you think takes them back in? No, think about it. Who's gonna take you back in?
Your family.
The same people you have to be selfish from.
But for me,
I'd
it's
rather
like,
take care of the people which I know that my cushions, no matter what happens.
I mean, I
It's
guess.
like the fall is not gonna be bigger, dog. It's not even gonna be a fall. It's gonna be like it's gonna be a vacation,
But
or it's gonna be retirement.
would you much rather fall with everybody or just stay up by yourself?
I can't stay up by myself. You know what that does to people?
What?
It messes them
You
up.
know what? You know what's nice about us as men.
You know when they say it's lonely at the top. It's because people, not just because they're letting go of people which are negative in their life. Also, they're letting go of good people in their life.
But you know what's nice about us as men, though? Men can always go start their own families.
What is nice about that, though?
The fact that you don't
means
like,
you know
if
how
you feel like you don't have a
feel.
family, you just find a girl, have a kid. Now you have your own family.
And then
now you have your own family.
That girl is there with you. Then now you get to a top where you surpass her and what she's doing. You're staying in center. Now you globetrotter. Now you get a new wife in the LA. Now you're just doing that everywhere you go.
Sure, dog. You're conquering the world. You're getting
world,
as many
dog.
bitches pregnant as possible.
That's
You're
a lonely world, dog. I think, at that note, dog, you can call it a...
You think this has been... I like this part. I enjoyed talking about whatever we spoke about.
Yeah, no, we did. Now I think next week we must review some albums. We have been avoiding that.
Oh yeah, but people aren't dropping.
Zuchi and Shane. I think next... Guys, this is a good enough week. You can listen to them throughout the week.
Shane,
and
Eagle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Zuchi and Shane so far.
But we did sort of
I have an
to
exclusive,
Zuchi.
but it's Nasty C and a guy called Henu. What do you think? Should we play it? Or we pack up? Yeah, I have it here. Let's listen to that.
Is it connected to the speaker?
No, I need to connect.
I had it, dog. Yeah, I know. Episode 44.
Sally. It's you, Louisa. It's you, Louisa. It's you, Louisa. It's you, Louisa. Oh, wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. And wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. You drive me crazy, you drive me crazy. Wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. Oh, wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. And wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. You drive me crazy, you drive me crazy. Wind up on, oh, leave your friends tonight. Come on, I got your vibe. Pick your phone and ride. Been calling every time. I want to party on the moon. Pluto, Venus, anyone you choose. Take a speed jet down to the galaxy. Show you things you have never seen. It's you, Louisa. It's you, Louisa. It's you, Louisa. It's you, Louisa. Oh, wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. And wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. You drive me crazy, you drive me crazy. Wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. Oh, wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. And wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. You drive me crazy, you drive me crazy. Wind up on, oh.
You all mine, it's a go team. I will never treat you like a team. Make me wanna dance on a slow 24 karat gold team. I wanna take you offline for a moment. I love your body cause it's homemade. I think I found me a soulmate. I think I might go the whole way. But sick girl, drop it down. X-Man can't come back now. I make your mama proud of you. I bring the freak up out of you. But sick girl, drop it down. So fly, can't come back now. I make your mama proud of you. I bring the freak up out of you.
It's you, Louisa. It's you, Louisa. It's you, Louisa. It's you, Louisa. Wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. Wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. You drive me crazy, you drive me crazy. Wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. Wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. And wind up on me, oh baby, back up on it. You drive me crazy, you drive me crazy. Wind up on, oh.